Anyway, Wimbledon tomorrow. Not got many expectations of you,
Brings
unfortunately.
back bad memories from it.
October you're talking about,
Yeah.
I suppose, when we went all the way up there. It chucked it down all the way. We got soaked leaving the ground, if I remember rightly, because they decided a monsoon was going to fall on us just to finish off what had been a wonderful afternoon. Didn't we watch Bradley Dack pull a hamstring inside 15 minutes?
We watched Justin stand with his hands in his pockets for 90 minutes.
Wayne Hatswell played Doom on his laptop for the entire game.
Billy not asking the coaching staff what system we were playing, and they shrugged their shoulders.
Rory Donnelly setting up their first goal by trying to play a back pass from 75 yards away. I'm not digging him out. It was just one of them days, and it happens, and he learned from it, which is great. And then obviously he did the old to the home fans, unfortunately. And then we had to cap it off, Josh Pask.
Oh, Josh Pask.
Him of West Ham fame, laying a smackdown on their centre forward in the box just before half time after being warned by the ref.
It was a good day, yeah.
I would say, in any normal circumstances, that at least it couldn't be worse tomorrow. But unfortunately, our season and how it's panned out would mean that I wouldn't say there's any guarantees of that, unfortunately. I'm going to try and laugh because I might cry otherwise. In terms of team selection for tomorrow, what would you be looking at? And then we'll have a look at how they're playing.
I don't think it'll be massively different. I think Wagstaff, if his fit comes back in, I think Lee Martin comes in.
I think Lee Martin, there's a case for Lee Martin to start, but then would you change the system? Because the Diamond worked at home last week.
It depends on Garmson's fitness as well. If Garmson's fit, Deji goes back in the middle, maybe Hurd pushes up or drops to the bench.
I think it must have been that Garmston, I'm assuming Garmston and Wagstaff were the two that took the knocks on top of Chris Hurd.
Then if Garmson's fit enough to come on, then...
That's the weird one. If he's fit enough for the bench, why can't he start? But...
like you keep saying about square pegs in round holes, again,
we're
playing a centre half and left back.
And a centre mid at centre half.
Yeah.
We can keep pretending he's a centre half, but he's not. We didn't buy him as a centre half. We're trying to convert him, but it's not working enough because...
He's trying to be Aaron Morris. And
at the end of the day, he's played 12 games for us and we've won 0 and we've drawn 5 and lost 7. And in that time, we've conceded 22 goals. So that's 1.83 a game. So everyone can go on about it. And I don't think he's a bad player by any means. I'm not going to sit here and slag him off. But unfortunately, at the moment, he's the League One Jack Rodwell. Now, I know Jack Rodwell recently ended that run for Sunderland, so fingers crossed. If he does play, hopefully we can end that run and he can pick up his first 3 points playing. But there's just something at the moment, unfortunately, that Chris Hurd is a bit of a jinx. For me, I would go Nelson in goal. That's a given. Jackson, I think, will stay at right back. I think if Garmston's fit, then we get Deji back in the middle next to Max Amar, as it was last Tuesday at home. It's a right back at right back, a left back at left back, and 2 centre backs in the middle.
From last Tuesday, just stick Lee
I
Martin
think Josh Wright will play. I think we'll stick with the Diamond. So I think Josh Wright will play at the base. I would be inclined to drop Jet and put Dak back in to the point of the Diamond, getting closer to the front two. If Wagstaff's fit, then maybe put him from the side alongside Mark Byrne, who I believe wasn't a disaster at the weekend. Again, I can't comment because I wasn't there. He got 6 out of 10 in the local paper, which is middle of the road. There was a couple of 7s, but I'm not sure how. Obviously, if Wagstaff don't make it, then we've got to find another centre midfielder. So, is there a case for maybe Jake might come back in, or Emmanuel Osadebe to offer some more legs and energy? I don't know. Up top is tricky. We've said that we need to give Cody a chance in a system that favours him, which is 2 up top. He's played twice in that system and hasn't scored, and he got hooked at the weekend and apparently
I just think
non-existent.
I don't think Pennock fancies him, I'll be honest.
So who would we go then? Would you go Parker and Donnelly?
I think
Donnelly,
we criticised Donnelly this season, but he's picked up a lot his last year. He's got his head down.
I think for me, we give Parker a start. It says here, man of the match, Josh Parker made a big impact when he come on for the second half, wanting to be involved in everything and harassing the Coventry defence. I mean, again, we can't say whether that's true or not, and people might disagree, but it's reported that he was decent. He scored on his debut, scored in the friendly as well. So if he's confident, which many of ours aren't, let's get him involved from the start and see what he can do. We're not going to learn anything about him otherwise. In terms of form, ours is rubbish, we know that. Theirs is not much better. We had a little look. I think in all competitions since we beat MK Dons in the middle of September, we've obviously won none from 10, drawing 6 and losing 4. Wimbledon are not much better. They've won 1 in 11, and they've lost 6 in that time. Weirdly enough, they've got a worse goal scoring record than us in that period. We've only
We
scored
all know what
11
that
in
means for
10.
tomorrow.
They've scored 7 in 11 games since they won against Port Vale, I think, on the 17th of December. And their last 6 away makes shocking reading. They've won none, drawn 2 and lost 4. They've scored 1 goal in that time, conceding 13. So,
It's got it all over it, Tom.
1-0 Wimbledon tomorrow. Seriously though, our last 6 at home, and obviously this takes into account Justin still being in charge, is not a disaster. We've only lost once in 6. We've won 2 and drawn 3. Obviously the draws have all come under Adrian Pennock. The 2 wins were in December against MK Dons and Rochdale, where we kept them magical things called clean sheets. Scored 7 and conceded 4. But looking at top scorers, etc., this is where the massive problem lies. We've looked at their 3, haven't we? Tom Elliott, Dominic Pollion and Lyle Taylor. Elliott and Pollion have got 12 each in 36 games, and Lyle Taylor's got 10 in 35, so that's 34 between 3 strikers. Obviously, we're not counting Josh Parker because he's only just arrived. So our 3 main strikers that we've had all season are Jet, Cody and Rory. Jet has 10 in 35, but he's not scored in his last 11. Cody's got 7 in 36, none in last 10. And Rory, unfortunately, I know a lot of these are from the bench, so I'm not going to sit here and have a pop at him, but he's got 1 in 27 appearances. That says it's all about why we're down the bottom. We're not scoring enough. Our strikers aren't getting in, are not scoring enough. So the difference is 18 between our 3, 34 between theirs. It's pretty much double. So let's hope they're having one of them horrible away days. Prediction.
I'm going to change from our usual 1-1. I think we're going to lose 2-1 tomorrow.
I don't want to do this. I am trying to be positive, believe me, but we won't keep a clean sheet. So there's their 1.
Will we score 2? That's your question.
But on the flip side, they're not scoring away. But this is us. 1-1. Sorry, I said in my video piece after Coventry, I have no expectations, unfortunately, until this group of players start.
We might be wrong. We might turn around tomorrow, smash them 4-0 and go on a run, but can't see it. But there's nothing.
This guy.
There's nothing pointing in that direction at the moment. Someone's got to be positive because it's normally you.
I thought this was water, maybe vodka. He's having a good morning. Anyway, we shall see you all tomorrow for Match Day Live. We'll keep smiling. We'll try and be positive. And as always, up the Gills.